Knick of
Ooh.
Time Show. Go check out that show. It's a great show. It's a great show.
York, New York, big city of dreams. New York, big city of dreams.
What's going on? This is Jay Ellis from the Knick Of Time Show. Here to give you that Knicks talk just in the nick of time. And wouldn't you believe it, the Knicks just won again. Not winning one, not winning two, 3, 4, 5, 6, or 7, but 8 wins in a row. And this win is against a contending team in the Western Conference. And there were heroes abound. Let's get to it. Jalen Brunson. Let's just start off light with Jalen Brunson, giving you 42 points, 9 assists, and 8 rebounds. Cat came to play with 24 points, 4 rebounds, and 1 assist. OG Anunoby gave you 20 points, 4 assists, and 8 rebounds. Clarkson gives you 11. Mitch gives you 10 points with 8 rebounds. Shamet, or I call him Sham, wow, gives you 16 points and 3 assists. The Nuggets, man, this is one of the top 3-point shooting teams in the league, holding to 26% from 3. All right, and even though we got our rebound, the Knicks take away this win in dramatic fashion, the double overtime victory against the Nuggets. It seems like we just had the Nuggets number, man. We just keep beating the Nuggets. And listen, man, I started off every game we've won in these last 8 games. I said the same thing, okay? When Tom Thibodeau got embarrassed in Dallas, he was on the hot seat. People were talking about firing Tom Thibodeau. He looked in the mirror. He made changes. He shortened his bench, and he ran off 8 consecutive wins with that New York Knicks team. Years later, the Knicks, with new coach Mike Brown, gets embarrassed at home, losing to the Dallas Mavericks. Looks in the mirror, shortens his rotation, changing some things. All of a sudden, the Knicks run off 8 wins in a row. It's looking like kismet. It's looking like deja vu. It's looking like something I've seen before. And I'm excited, Ryan G. I'm ready to talk about it, man. So let's get to it, man. I want to introduce you to my guy, the man, the myth, the legend, the guy with the stats and the facts.
Ryan G's in the building. Knicks with a big win tonight. I think this is probably the best win this season so far. And I got 2 heroes tonight. Offensively, big body Brunson. Defensively, big Mitch. Let's go.
Let's go. I got more heroes than that, man, Ryan. Those for sure are heroes for sure. But you can't talk about this win without the lockdown god himself, okay? Deuce McBride Light, Landry Shamet over here with 16 points plus 22 on the night. Biggest plus minus on the team. Can't remember him. Can't forget that. All right? Can't forget that. And OG Anunoby too chipped in with his 20 points. But let's talk about it, man. I'm going to tell you right now. The defense, Ryan G, to me, it looks real, okay? And we did not hold the team to under 100 points. I don't think anybody felt like this was going to happen by the Denver Nuggets. But holding a team to under 100 points isn't the only metric that you can use to figure out if you're a good defensive team. Like, what were the possessions looking like? How were they shooting from the field? Did they have to work for every possession? I felt like when it got to the ends of the games and it got to certain points of the game, the Knicks just started to figure them out as the game went on. All right. Jamal Murray, for instance, starts off 24 points in the first half, had to struggle to get those points in the second half. And this is why I'm going to start off talking about Landry Shamet, who was getting cooked in screen and rolls, but point of attack defense was his forte. He fought screen after screen after screen, even at times going under screens to prevent Jamal Murray from getting a head start and getting baskets at the rim. I thought Shamet did a really good job doing his best Dollar Tree, Deuce McBride imitation, being that point of attack defender, and meanwhile hitting back-breaking threes from the corner. One of the plays of the game, guys, for the game for me is Landry Shamet, because you didn't really hear anything much from Jamal Murray in that second half. So shout out to Landry Shamet and his big game.
Yeah, definitely. When I said heroes, I meant like those two are the biggest ones in my opinion. But yeah, there's many heroes in this game. It's not just those two guys. But yeah, Landry Shamet had one huge game tonight. Great defense on Murray, hit some big shots down the stretch for the Knicks. He was one of the best performers in the OT for the Knicks. So you have to definitely give Landry Shamet his props. Big body Brunson with I think 10 points and that second overtime, just leading the Knicks all the way to the victory. When the Knicks needed buckets, big body Brunson was there to get it. Mm-hmm. And Mitchell Robinson, I can't say enough about this dude. It's gonna come to a point where it's like, yo, Nick's gonna have to pay this man whatever the hell he want, because this man is showing his worth, especially since probably January. Like, this man's been on a mission defensively. It didn't matter whether he was guarding Jokic. It didn't matter whether he was on Murray. It didn't matter whether he was on Braun. He was just straight locking up everybody as a big man. And Big Mitch definitely came through tonight defensively. And like I said, I think this is probably the Knicks' biggest statement win this season, because this is against a Nuggets team where this Nuggets team is expected to go far in the Western Conference, potentially might even be a finals opponent coming out of the West. And for the Knicks to show up the way they did, and like Jay said, you know, I don't think anybody expected the Knicks to really hold Denver to under 100 points. But if you just look at the stats, like Jokic shot 10 of 27 from the field. Mm-hmm. They put Jokic in hell tonight. Granted, he did recently come back from injury, but still, Jokic does not shoot 10 of 27 from the field often. Like, that doesn't happen. That rarely happens. And overall, good three-point defense. The Nuggets only shot 13 of 50 from three-point range, 26%. And the Nuggets shot 44% overall. I think most of the Nuggets points came from second chance points, where usually the Knicks are the team that dominates on the offensive board, but tonight the Nuggets had the edge, and that's where they were getting a lot of their points from second chance opportunities. But overall, the Knicks played good on both sides of the ball, and yeah, big win tonight.
And here's the thing that Knicks gonna still have to adjust a little bit, because the effort and energy has been there for damn near every game from these last 8 games. The thing the Knicks have to focus on is not fouling as much, because the fouls are how the Denver Nuggets was kind of keeping in the game. Because like I said, 27% from 3 was touch and go for everybody else outside of maybe Jamal Murray for the stretch. But when you're looking at the free throw disparity, Nikola Jokic gets 9 of 12 from the free throw line. Murray goes to the line. He shoots 7 free throws. As a whole, the team shoots 27 free throws. They attempt 27 free throws, the Nuggets, compared to the Knicks, who got to the line 19 times. And that's your ball game for the most part. And like Ryan G said, the defense was there. We were swarming, we were rotating, we were playing for each other. We just did not finish the defensive assignment all the time by getting those defensive rebounds. So you clean up those two things, and then maybe we're looking at a different situation. But like I said, the Knicks in general, they've been good. Usually in closing quarters, they're doing well. Like, the Knicks held the Nuggets to 23 points in the second quarter. All right, not bad. And the Knicks are the best fourth quarter defensive team in the league. We actually held the Nuggets to 26 points in the fourth quarter, but in my mind, we really held them to 24 points, because those 2 free throws at the end was fugazi. I'm just to me, the fourth quarter to me was still one of our best defensive quarters outside the overtime period when the Denver Nuggets ran out of gas. But I feel like the Knicks did pretty good job defensively, and I want to get more into detail when it comes to Mitch, unless you have something else to add, Ryan G.
Nah, you can go ahead, man. I said my piece, yeah, so go ahead talking about Big Mitch.
Mitchell freaking Robinson. We heard some crazy stat that Mitchell Robinson is the only player not to be traded from the 2018 draft class. And I pray to the basketball gods in heaven that this offseason that still remains true, because we say never trade Mitch here for a reason, and this is this game today is one of those big reasons. I'm going to just say this. Jokic is going to have nightmares of Mitchell Robinson when he goes to sleep tonight. Okay? Because first of all, the step back three that Jokic tried to take in the corner, returned to center, blocked by Mitchell Robinson. All right? On top of that, Jokic probably didn't see the Mitch and one mixtape from the summer when he's dribbling people, and I think he missed that tape. I think he didn't get that in the mail because Jokic lazily tries to guard up on Mitchell Robinson at 3-point line, think he's going to put pressure on the ball. Mitch drives by him like he is in a NASCAR. After he hits it with a crossover and dunks it with two hands. All right, and not only that. Ryan G mentioned this before. Mitch got to switch. He's put on the island with Jamal Murray. Jamal Murray thinking this is an easy day. I got the big man on me, not knowing that Mitch is one of the league leaders and big men of steals, pokes the ball away and causes a turnover. Not only that, fourth quarter, one of the biggest plays of the game that should have actually won the game for the Knicks is when the coach took out Karl-Anthony Towns, put back in Mitchell Robinson, put Mitchell Robinson on Jokic, and Jokic tried to barbecue chicken Mitch. Mitch walled up, put his hands up, then go for the head fakes, and stop Jokic cold 2 feet from the basket. This is why you don't trade Mitch. This is why he's so valuable. He's one of the few big men in the league who can stand up to the likes of people like Jokic, like Joel Embiid, and this is why you need the defensive versatility of Mitchell Robinson. People keep saying he should be traded. He's useless. He doesn't score more than 10 points. This is why you keep him for games like this.
Definitely, and this is where people who say you need to trade Mitch because he doesn't produce on the offensive end, this is how you know they don't watch ball, because if you see Mitchell's impact on the court, it far exceeds what he can do on offense. What he does on defense basically defines his value to a team, because defensively, yeah, he might not score a lot of points offensively, but defensively, he makes stops. That's as good as points in the bucket, because if you can stop the opposing team from scoring, that's pretty much one of the main aspects of the game. And if you look at championship teams, a lot of championship teams, they have one of the best defenses in the league, and Mitch contributes to that with his play. And he's showing that he's not just a guy that can guard big men in this game. Like, he guards fours, he can guard threes, he could guard twos. Like, it don't even matter. He could guard multiple positions, which is crazy for a 7-footer, because not many 7-footers can do what Mitch can do on the defensive side of the ball. And the fact that, and I like the fact that his teammates were finding him in this game, because I think in the first half as well, Tyler Kolek hit him for alley-oop. Mm-hmm. I think McBride hit him for alley-oop as well. And yeah, that crossover on Jokic to get to the basket was nasty as well. So I'm glad to see Mitch get his deserved baskets. But yeah, this man defensively, he's one of the best defensive bigs in the game, along with being the best offensive rebounder of the game. You can't say enough about Mitch. Like, defensively, he was a beast tonight.
I'm going to talk defensively about everybody, but Mitch had a great defensive game. But I'm not going to hold you guys. I'm not going to hold it. I know Jalen Brunson had 42 points. I know that. I seen it with my eyes. I know he had 9 assists because I seen that with my eyes too. But for a moment there, especially in that first half, I thought my man was going for a back-to-back Tim's Award. Because we had Jalen Brunson walling up Jokic, forcing Jokic into a bad mid-range shot. We had Jalen Brunson fighting over screens, poking the ball away. We had Jalen Brunson helping and recovering. We had Jalen Brunson getting steals. The defensive turnaround, for all intents and purposes, is not just about Wingstop playing defense. It's not just about Mitch playing defense. It's about Jalen Brunson also taking a challenge and playing defense. It's about Karl-Anthony Towns not being as bad as he has been in that stretch. He didn't have the perfect defensive game. I actually felt like the fouls that Cat had were stupid offensive fouls, like has been the theme. But I'm watching Karl-Anthony Towns not drop, because you know we've been saying for seasons, why are you dropping at the 3-point line when you have shooters? I've seen Karl-Anthony Towns be aggressive, guarding up on Jokic at the 3-point line, sometimes doubling and getting back to his man. I've seen him play successful drop, causing Jamal Murray to give up the ball one time. One time he played drop, got the stop, and threw a touchdown pass to OG Anunoby for a two-handed dunk, which was one of the plays of the game for me. 1-15, I felt like the Knicks defense has just been a lot better, a lot more consistent, and a lot more foot on your neck, old school 90s Knicks basketball to me. Even though this was not 90s, because it's, but you know what I'm talking about, Ron. The effort was just there.
Yeah, definitely, man. And the thing with Cat too is I just like the fact that, he kept his head in the game. And although he got injured in the first quarter and came out the game, like as soon as he came back, and I think the Knicks were down at 7 at the time, and he scored, I think I don't know if it was 5 or 7 straight points, but he just got the Knicks right back into the game, which I think was crucial at the end of the second quarter going into halftime. And I think that revitalized the team to help them go forward to win this game. And you definitely have to give Cat his props too, because he played a good game tonight despite fouling out. And yeah, man, like you said, from 1 to 15, like this team is really defensively answered the call. And the thing about Brunson too is, like we know Brunson is not one of the best defenders in the league. We know sometimes Brunson struggles on defense, but if you want the team to play better defensively as a whole, you have to see the effort from your captain, because that can go a long way. If you see the effort from the leader of the team, like it comes in like, okay, if Brunson's playing defense, now we have no excuse not to play defense. We have to play defense as well. So it's good to see that Brunson is setting an example, and Brunson is showing that although I'm not the best defender on the team, I'm putting that effort out there, to show that I'm willing to play defense, and then the rest of the team just follows after that. So it starts with Brunson. If Brunson plays defense, then the team is going to follow.
Absolutely. And here's what and you know what? I'm going to say something else too. This is a nitpicky. No, this is not a nitpicky thing. This is not a nitpicky thing. This is an actual thing. I don't have a lot of complaints about tonight, but I still do have a few. All right. This does not take away from the win. This is a gritty win. This is one of those wins that make people shut the hell up when he's saying the Knicks are soft, because the Knicks had a bad moment for sure, but this team is not soft. We fought back in the playoffs. We beaten teams we shouldn't have beaten in the playoffs before, like the Boston Celtics. But at the same time, we still have that will to win, and I feel like we showed the will to win today. And today was not a soft game by any means necessary. And I don't think you can win 8 in a row if you're a soft team. So I feel like one of these games against a legit team and a contender spells the little soft BS that's been going around. All right. Now, complaints. All right. Jalen Brunson and Karl-Anthony Towns. Is when I'm looking at Jalen Brunson and Karl-Anthony Towns and their synergy on offense, and I'm looking at Jokic and Jamal Murray synergy on offense, I wish there was more of a two-man game there. Now, we got the win. Captain is one of the best clutch players in the game. But there was a couple of times where I feel like Cat is cooking Jokic. Yes, Jokic is Jokic, and he's that dude. But Cat obviously has an advantage. When centers are guarding Cat, especially slow centers like Jokic, Cat has the advantage. So when you're doing these screen and rolls with Jokic and Cat, with Jokic, Brunson, Cat, and Jamal Murray, I feel like we just did not take advantage of Jokic in those screen situations. Jalen Brunson has to find a way to reverse the ball to Cat and not just go to the corner every time. Even though we did get good shots from swinging the ball to the corner, I just feel like we missed a lot of opportunities to go to Cat in the fourth quarter and have Cat attack Jokic when Jokic is like turned halfway, slow-footed, kind of tripping off himself, trying to keep up with the screens. And that's probably my biggest complaints today. What do you have to say about that?
No, I agree, because I think, even in this game, like Cat blew. It didn't matter if it was Jokic or Valanciunas. Like Cat was blowing by both of them with ease.
Right.
And usually when Cat drives to the basket, like most guys guarding him will keep up with him, and then he gets those foolish offensive fouls. But today, Jokic or Valanciunas did not have the foot speed to even keep up with Cat when he drove to the basket. So I think having a better two-man game could definitely benefit the Knicks. I mean, those are the Knicks' probably best two offensive players. So ideally you would love it if the two best offensive players on the team had chemistry where you could play a two-man game and they just feed off each other and get buckets. But yeah, the Knicks are not, well, I should say Brunson and Cat's chemistry is not there as of yet, but hopefully Mike Brown and his coaching staff can do something to help it get there, because if those two guys can definitely get their chemistry up, it'll help the team a lot.
Yeah, that's a weapon that we can definitely use. That can make games like this easier. You know what I'm saying? Because we won the game. We won the game because Brunson is that dude. He is him. He's a clutch player of the year. When the game was on the line for 2 overtimes in a row, Jokic ran out of gas. Jamal Murray was never to be found. Jalen Brunson put the team on his back and said, "I got this," and scored. I don't know how many, but I feel like he scored pretty much 6 straight buckets for the team in the double overtime win. So you cannot discount the greatness of Jalen Brunson. I am lucky. I am proud to have him be our captain. But at the same time, I'm talking about making the game easier for the future. That's a weapon that we still haven't fully unlocked yet, and we need to unlock that.
Definitely. And before we go to our next topic, I do want to shout out some of the super chats, because we definitely got a good amount of super chats.
Oh, for sure. I actually wanted to say the super chats for this segment too, because
all right, cool.
but go ahead. All
right, well, yeah, I want to shout out Gamer Channel that says $10 super chat. Mikal Bridges, softest one on the team, IMO, is a lack of wanting the ball in clutch time that's concerning. OKC, Detroit, and Denver can shut him out of the game. Leon, flip him for 3 first-rounders. I mean, hey, look, if we could get 3 first-rounders for him, I wouldn't be mad. But yeah, Bridges did have a bad game tonight, but he did hit a big 3 in the second overtime that did help the Knicks get the victory tonight. So, although mostly bad, not all that bad.
Yeah, okay. Mikal Bridges was a -2 tonight, and here's the thing: he didn't shoot well at all, and he did disappear. But it's funny enough, the fourth quarter, I thought he was gonna have one of those Celtic-like blocks, memorable moments, because even though he disappeared for the whole game, he had a huge block on Braun at the rim to help us save the game. But then he gets the offensive foul call with 0.3 seconds. But then also he hit a big 3 in I forgot which overtime it was. All overtimes was blending in. Was the first one or the second one where he hit the big 3? I think it might have been the second overtime he hit the big 3.
I think it's the second overtime, yeah.
Yeah, so not the best game for Mikal Bridges. Here's the thing with Mikal. Defensively, he's kind of been more consistent in general, which is a big reason why we've been doing pretty well defensively. Offensively, though, we still would like you to step up. I'm not even gonna lie. It's funny. It's like Shamet has become it's been Shamet and OG. Shamet. Like when the game is on the line, and we're like, where's the ball going to? I hope it goes to Shamet. I hope it goes to Shamet. I hope it goes to Joe Me, OG. And when it goes to the Mikal, you're just like, maybe in the mid-range, maybe. Like even his patented corner threes aren't been going in like it used to. So hopefully he refines his footing. But it's a long season, and we'll see. We'll see what happens. We won the game despite, and he did hit a big 3 in the double overtime. So I'm taking that with the 8-game winning streak. I definitely am.
Yeah, definitely. And to speak on Shamet and OG right quick, because with Shamet, he's showing that which he's shown in the past, but he definitely has big game shooting ability when he's open and it's clutch time. He has shown that he has the ability to knock down the 3. And the thing I like about OG as well, OG is showing aggressiveness on the offensive side of the ball, because even that play he did, I think it was in the second overtime where time was running out and he drove to the basket and almost yabbed it on Jokic. I was like, although he missed it, I was like, yeah, OG, that's what I'm talking about. Like, try to bang it on them and just bring the game home. Like,
Yes,
what I like about OG, the aggressiveness that he's showing sometimes on offense.
I agree, because that was a broken play. That was definitely a broken play where I'm just like, where are we going? We going east to west, not north to south. And OG tried to make something out of nothing. He just needed, no, he took off from too far. He just needed like one more step, and he might have had it, but he just took off from way too far. But that's what I need from OG. That's what I need from a guy who's not afraid of the moment. This is why I've been saying OG has been playing like our second best player for this 8-game stretch for sure. Also super chat, we have a $4.99 super chat from Iconolas. Shout out to you. All right. And we also have a $5 super chat from Brother BKL Sportertainment Show. Okay, he must have his own show. All right. He says, who cares for Bridges? Who cares with goddamn game? Now I'm exhausted. 8 in a row. Thank God damn crap. Okay. He okay. He's so excited. He don't even know what he's talking about. Thank you for the super chat.
Oh man.
Oh man. Thank you for the super chat. Oh man. Yo, next topic, man. Let's see. Like, I don't know if you have anything else you want to add. I do have like a. What did you think about the coaching today? No, not even just the coaching. It seems like end of the game scenarios when it's a tie game or the coach has elected to not call timeout and just let clutch player of the year Jalen Brunson do his thing. We had 2 timeouts left. Jalen Brunson just says, you know what? I'll take it upon myself to make the shot. He missed the shot. Does that bother you? What do you think of calls like that?
It doesn't really bother me because I think, like, for example, if I remember correctly, like I think at the end of overtime when Brunson was going for that final shot, there was enough time on the clock where the Knicks could bring the ball up the court. And although I like when a coach can call timeout and call a play, to get the team an easy shot in those type of situations, sometimes I feel like if there's enough time on the clock, you don't give the other team an opportunity to really organize their defense, because the thing is, you call timeout and you have a play ready to go, but at the same time, the other team has a chance to organize their defense as well. So you're pretty much playing against organized defense when you call timeout sometimes, and sometimes when you bring the ball up the court in those situations, you really don't give the opposing team a chance to really set up their defense to stop you. You're doing it in the run of play. So I think if there's enough time on the clock, I'm not really against Mike Brown not calling timeout. Like, Brunson has shown that he has high basketball IQ. He can get his own shot at will, and he's one of the best clutch players in the game. So I really don't have a complaint with Mike Brown. I feel like him not calling timeout in this game, in the situations, I feel like the Knicks had enough time to bring the ball up the court and see if they can get a good shot.
Me too. I agree. I don't mind him not calling timeout in those situations. You have the clutch players of the years for multiple years. It's funny because that non-timeout is one of those situations I was talking about where I feel like he could have hit Karl Anthony Towns because he was kind of open. Because it looked like Jokic and Murray were kind of almost like side looking for the coach to ask him what to do. So they kind of gave like a little weird soft double, which left Karl Anthony Towns kind of open. And I'm just like, toss the Towns. And he just let them go for the shot, which, it's cool. But yeah, I think I just goes back to my point. I feel like that 2-man game needs to unlock a little bit more, and that needs to be more instinct. Because I feel like when it's more instinct, when you don't call a play, when you don't call a timeout, when people double like that, you at least look for it. You at least know kind of where he is. Because even Towns in those moments doesn't even look for the ball. He just goes for the rebound. So, but I agree with you. I definitely agree with you. I have no qualms with that. Also, too, this is a game where we didn't have Josh Hart in the starting lineup. This is why this was impressive, because Josh Hart has been scoring 20-point games. This is all willy-nilly. He's been good for us defensively. He's been an engine. He's been an assist guy. We did not have him. Today, we had Jordan Clarkson starting, who didn't do bad. Actually, he played okay on the offensive end. I couldn't really say if he was good or bad defensively. I'm not going to lie. I kind of missed how good or bad he was defensively. But he gave us a little bit of something. I think he had like 11 points on the night and did a solid job filling in for Josh Hart.
Yeah, I actually found out to be kind of surprising because I didn't really expect, because as you know, Jordan Clarkson's been out of rotation as of late. So I wasn't really expecting to see Clarkson in the starting lineup. I might have a wild theory behind that, but I'm not sure. But I'm thinking, because I don't know if the Knicks are trying to showcase some players before the trade deadline, just in case. Because Clarkson's been out of the rotation as of late, and I thought that maybe with Josh Hart out, maybe McBride would have went with Shamet or somebody like that in the starting lineup. But the fact he went with Clarkson, I was like, that's unusual, seeing that he's been out of rotation as of late due to his defense. So, but overall, I think Clarkson, he had an okay game. There wasn't really a lot to complain about Clarkson with. He contributed a bit on the offensive side of the ball. Defensively, he wasn't terrible. I think he was okay. You know, at times defended well, at times not so well. But I think it was a surprise. So I think, I don't know, that's just me trying to think too deep about it. But I'm thinking maybe they're trying to showcase Clarkson a bit before that trade deadline to see, I guess they make other teams have a look at him, because I can't really see him being a part of rotation with how the team is balling at the moment with the guys that Mike Brown's using in the rotation at the moment.
I think I kind of agree with you, man, because even I feel like there's been days where actually Diawara's been starting when we don't have that type of length up there. We even seen, so like to have Clarkson start was kind of odd. But he did okay. And shout out to Ian Bailey, because I was watching the putback. Shout out to Ian Bailey, who was giving those news on the putback. And like I said, you know, Clarkson still has some value for us. I think Ian said he feels like if we do end up moving Clarkson, I believe he said a second rounder, maybe a second rounder or two, I think is what he said. So he does have some value for a team who might need him or want him. So I would definitely keep an eye on Clarkson. But honestly, like you said, I thought Shamet would start. And to be honest with you, Shamet has been such a godsend for this team. Like, really, Deuce has been missing five. This is like five games.
Yeah,
straight.
5 games, I think. Yeah.
I was watching the putback, and Ian kind of said that there still might be a little worry when it comes to Deuce and his ankle. It could be something more. Hopefully, it's not anything crazy, but Shamet being here for the little amount of money he has is kind of filling that Deuce role for us. And I don't know where we'd be without him, man. If like, it's funny when we lost Shamet, there was a time when we didn't have Shamet or Deuce, and you're thinking we should still have enough to win. But man, we really need that Shamet or Deuce role bad in this team. I feel like, can you imagine winning this game without Shamet today? I don't know.
Yeah,
The way he was guarding Murray, the way he gave you 16 points from that corner, is like we can't count on Mikal Bridges to do that. It's like it's starting to look. Shamet is starting to leapfrog other players on his team as far as importance. Like, to me, he's looking more important than Mikal Bridges right now.
I mean, you can't make an argument for it, but the way he's playing at the moment and the way Mikal Bridges is playing at the moment, it shouldn't be like that. But at the moment, you can make a good argument that, yeah, Shamet is more valuable than Bridges.
Right, because he's been a point of back defender. He's been going over screens all night long, and he's been tasked with shutting down Jamal Murray. And when it wasn't Shamet, it was friggin' OG Anunoby. So Shamet is being a godsend for us right now. I don't know if we win this game without him. But also, he scares me. Every time he fights through a screen and falls down, I'm like, he gets it back up. Oh, thank God. Because we need him. And I hope that we figure out, I hope we get Deuce back too, because I don't want to just rely on Shamet all the time. We need more weapons. But but I'm really loving what Shamet did.
Yeah, I have a question though, and this is for you, Jay, in the chat as well, because with the way Shamet is playing, do you think that makes Deuce expendable?
It makes. Listen, whenever you have, I hate the word expendable, but I understand what you're saying because I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna start off by saying Deuce has been a godsend for us. The defense has been there. The 3-point shooting is there. He's been having his best 3-point shooting seasons in his career. But in the NBA, whenever you have two of something similar, when you're looking to make an upgrade somewhere else, the first place you look is where you have two or something similar. Not to say I want to trade Deuce, because I do not want to trade Deuce. Hell no, I don't want to trade Deuce. But I don't see him as expendable, but I do see it as like, I do feel like if I'm the front office, especially considering like next year, a couple of years down the line, we might have to pay him more, and Shamet might be comfortable staying at his pay range. That might make that could be a factor, especially when you're considering long term what Mitchell Robinson is bringing us, right? Because as a front office, if you're going and shout out to Ian Begley once again, who said this on the putback, he said the Knicks see Mitchell Robinson as very extremely important, and they value him more than anybody else in the league, is what Ian Begley said. So when you hear that, and when you hear about the cap and how we're right up against the cap and it's going to be hard to keep all of these guys, if you know there's only one Mitchell Robinson, one guy who can guard the three, guard the rim, clean up mistakes, and we have two guys who do something similar to Deuce McBride and Shamet, you might be more willing to move on from Deuce because you have Shamet. Like, I feel like if the Knicks, the gun to their head, they might pick Mitch over Deuce because of Shamet.
Yeah, and don't get me wrong, like, I'm on the same boat. Like, if the Knicks can keep both Shamet and Deuce, I'm on board out there. I'm like, yo, keep Shamet, keep Deuce. Don't trade either one of them. But I do feel like, and I'm always an advocate of, if I'm going to really trade Deuce, like, it has to be for a definite upgrade. It has to be for somebody that we're bringing in this player, and he's going to upgrade the roster. I'm not trading Deuce for just draft picks or anything like that. Like, it got to be for a player that's going to take this team up a notch. But I do feel like with Shamet playing the way he's playing, and knowing that, you know, even if you're going to extend him, it's going to be on the cheap, and knowing that you're trying to re-sign Deuce, you're trying to re-sign Mitch. Like, I'm not a capologist, so I don't have the answers with, you know, the cap situation and things like that. But if you have to pick and choose like who you're going to keep, then I'm like, I think with the way Shamet is playing, it does make it easier to where if you have to part with Deuce, then so be it, with the way Shamet is playing. But of course, ideally, if the Knicks can keep both of them, I'm like, yeah, keep both. Like, I'm not trading either one of them.
Yeah, it's just that when you hear these other guys talk on other networks, and I'm really talking about the putback, and you hear these guys talk about how hard it is going to be to keep the team together unless they move some pieces, then that's when you're like, damn, this seems like it might be really tough to do that. Like, even if you move, because people are like, oh, just move Yabu Opting Out. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe it's a Macau move. I don't know, but who knows? Maybe it is a Macau move and Cole. I don't know, but that's just something to look at.
And I just want to clarify something too, because people are arguing about Macau, but I'm like, look, Macau's like, we've been talking about Macau trade rumors and this and that. Like, I think a lot of us are okay with trading Macau at this point. But I'm just saying that for a bigger move, for like somebody, you know, of value, somebody that you could bring in where you may have to give up multiple players to bring in that player. Like, that's what I'm talking about. Like a bigger trade, not just trading Deuce 1-for-1. Like, no, I'm talking about bigger trades where you're bringing in a piece that can actually help the team get to that next level. So yeah, a trade like that could involve a Mikal Bridges, but I'm just saying that if you have to give him up, would you?
Yeah, it's a hypothetical. We are not
Yeah,
looking to
it's a
move. We are
hypothetical.
not. We are not looking to move Deuce. And as when it comes to the front office, I'm just trying to think like a guy in the front office. And maybe they would be more willing to move McCall than Deuce. Maybe, I don't know. It's just that wing defenders are hard to find. So like if you do move McCall, you still gotta like, I don't know if that's how they think about it or not, but we still have to get like another legit wing guy who is switchable here if we do end up moving McCall. But we'll see. Yeah, we'll see. But we won today, so the Knicks won 8 in a row. We won 8 in a row. I don't want to be talking about all this trading stuff.
I was just trying to be devil's advocate, right?
I know.
That's all I was doing.
No, I feel you. No, I appreciate the question. I'm just switching gears because we won 8 in a row. People was talking about blowing up the team and all. This was a week ago. Like a month ago, it was the chip. A month ago, we won the cup. Everybody was talking championship. A month after that, everybody was like, blow up the team, fire Mike Brown, trade Mikal Bridges, start all over again. And now everybody's back on the bandwagon. So I'm freaking happy. I just want to say. Whew. Small footnote, man. Mohamed Diawara. Yo, Mohamed Diawara. Listen, I'm talking to you, son. I want to talk to you, son. Mohamed, I just need you to get to a sports therapist real quick and talk to him. Find Ron Artest's number. Okay. Call him up. Tell Ron Artest to patch you into his sports therapist. And y'all talk things out. Because Mo, you have it. Okay? You have it. When Mo Diawara is confident, he is fluid, he is decisive, he is another player. I saw a really good move to the basket. I saw a nice looking three. The defense and the motor is always there. I really like this kid. He looked really confident, the most confident I've seen him in that first half. Then the second half came. They had Jokic guarding him a couple of plays in a row. All of a sudden, he got in his head. He started bricking threes, and he started to look a little bit tentative again. And once he mentally figures that out, he should be off to the races. Hopefully, he actually does, because when he was playing fearless and fluid, it looked like he belonged in the NBA, and he looked like a starter to me for like a half. Well, once he figures that out, once he switches mentality to, oh no, they're leaving me open for three, to, oh shoot, they left me open for three. Once he switches to that mode, it's a wrap, and he'll be off to the races, because I feel like there is so much potential with this kid. So much.
Definitely, man. And it goes back to the game last night before he got injured, because even in that Washington game, the way he was crossing people up and going to the basket, I was like, yo, Diawara's here. Like, he has the skills. He has the intangibles. Defensively, he's good. Offensively, he can shoot the three. I think right now he's over 40% from the 3-point range, I believe. So
I don't know.
Currently this season, because I think they mentioned it during the broadcast, and yeah, everything is there. I think at this point, like you said, it's him fixing his mindset at times and knowing that, I got it. Like, I'm on this team for a reason. I got it, and I think once he gets out of his head, he's going to be next season, he's going to be a part of this rotation, no doubt about it. He's going to be a solid part of this rotation.
I hope so, because he has a lot of raw potential, and is looking more polished the more comfortable he gets. He's looking like it's steal. What do we get him? 51st pick or something?
Yeah, late in the second round.
Yeah, he's looking like a steal. And thank goodness, because a lot of these other guys haven't been looking so good. So you already know Dadier is on his way back. So I'm really glad. I really like what I saw from Diawara today. For sure.
Definitely.
Anything else you want to mention today that I did not mention? I feel like I got everything out that I wanted to say.
Yeah, I think we've pretty much talked about everybody. I mean, unless you want to talk about Kolek, but even then, he didn't really have that great of a game. I think he had moments, but he wasn't that great overall tonight.
Yeah.
Besides that, I think we talked about everybody else.
No, I feel you, Cole. I feel like he had a couple of nice assists to Karl Anthony Towns. Like I said, that is Karl Anthony Towns' best friend. When Karl Anthony Towns sees the ball, especially on those pocket passes on screen and rolls, Kolek is there for him. But I think the turnovers for today for Kolek kind of got me a little bit baffled. Like, and he has to watch that versus the Pistons, because the Pistons are going to play up on him. I remember he got rattled playing the Pistons. He definitely got rattled today with Tim Hardaway Jr. and Bruce Brown kind of pushed up on him. So not the best game from Cole today. Only played 12 minutes, but a couple of nice passes, and that's about it.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right. But hopefully we'll have Josh Hart back on Friday, and it goes to 9 in a row. If it goes to 9 in a row, woo. Then the prophecy has been reached. If you win 9 in a row, if we win 9 in a row, how obnoxious I'm going to be for the next month. after fire Mike Brown, blow up the team. And I'm not even listen, man. And it's all about the playoffs at the end of the day. It's all about the playoffs at the end of the day. It doesn't mean the chip is in the bag, but you know what it does mean if we win 9 in a row? It means that the habits are real. Our identity is here. The systems are taking place. It means that the Knicks, to me, have mentally turned the corner. And there's something that we can build on. And when it gets to the second half of the season, we can tighten the screws even more and make a serious push. And I think we would just be taken more seriously, and it's a sign that the Knicks as a team, are taking things more seriously.
Yeah, definitely. These next few games is gonna tell a lot, because tonight was the Nuggets, big statement win. Next game is gonna be the Pistons. So this is the team that more than likely the Knicks are gonna see in the Eastern Conference Finals, getting that far. So, and the first time they played them this season, the Pistons smacked them in Detroit by nearly 30. So
right.
The way the Knicks show up in this Pistons game is going to be crucial, because if they can come and win that game, I think the Knicks are going to send a huge statement to the league, because you beat the Nuggets in double overtime, then you come back and beat the Pistons, and then I think right after that they have the Celtics. So it's like, if you can win all 3 of those games, you're sending a big message to the league that we're here, and you gotta fear us because we coming.
Right.
Pause. But you know what I mean.
I know what you mean. Whew, I know what you mean. All right. Anything else you want to mention? There's a whole lot of trade stuff to happen today. I'm not gonna hold you. I feel like, I know there's been like a lot of buyout market talk recently. I don't feel like I want anybody on the buyout market from the trades today.
Nah.
I was like, who?
Nah, I mean,
Elo?
What Chris Middleton might get bought out. Who else might get bought out? Mike Conley Jr. Like, none of these players I feel like is gonna really add anything of value to the Knicks, really, if they even crack the rotation. So yeah, pretty much. There's really nobody out there where I'm like, yeah, we have to get this guy. We have to get that guy. Like, I'm good.
Yo, the only interesting thing that I heard today, really awesome from Ian, the putback again. Shout out to Ian Begley from the putback. Was about Yabu, because Yabu, he's getting He's getting interest from overseas. And apparently there's a possibility that he actually could make more money playing overseas than he can be picking up his option next year. So if that's the case, then I feel like there might be a chance, and correct me if I'm wrong. I wish Fritz, let me know if I'm right or wrong. I think I can't remember if Ian said this or not because I don't want to misquote him. It might be a chance that can actually be a financial blessing for the Knicks, because I feel like in that scenario, we wouldn't have to pay him for the next season because he would opt out and go to Israel, to go to whatever team he is. So keep an eye on that. I'm not even sure if he decides to play overseas before the trade deadline and then he gets traded, then maybe a team would see him in more of an expiring contract than a 2-year contract. I wonder if that changes things. I don't know how that would work, but I just wonder. That's an interesting wrinkle that I didn't really see.
Well, Fritz is saying that Yabu can negotiate a buyout. So if he does want to go overseas, it looks like he can negotiate a buyout with the Knicks. And I don't know how that works cap-wise, but I would think that if you buy out a player, then that player's salary is off the books.
Right.
Yeah, so if that happens, then the Knicks will have extra money, to, use to get whatever player that they feel like, they need.
So is that, I guess that would be like an extra couple of maybe $2 million or so?
Fritz is saying that he can give some money back. So yeah, I guess whatever money he gives back, I guess the Knicks can use that money to add another player to the roster.
Interesting. So keep an eye on that. The trade deadline is tomorrow, guys. The trade deadline is tomorrow. So shout out to my guy Lee Escobedo. If a trade does happen, he will probably be on here doing his thing. He's extremely lucky that he has a job or he can work from home and can be flexible. Right now, he's sitting out. Shout out to my guy Lee. He has he said he has a stomach ache. This is why he's not here with us today. But hopefully he'll be okay tomorrow, and available for trade deadline news. Maybe we will see a Yabu trade. In fact, the minimum we'll see Yabu news tomorrow. Minimum. All right. But big week for me, man, because we got trade deadline tomorrow and J. Cole album dropping Friday. So I can't wait. All right.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
The fall off, man. I can't wait to hear that. All right, man. Anything else you want to talk about today?
No, I'm good, man. I think we've covered everybody. Briefly talked about the trades, although nothing really affects the Knicks. So I'm pretty much good to go.
All right, yo. Any bruh picks?
I don't necessarily have a bruh pick, but I do have an ooh pick because I just want to repeat it again.
Okay.
That crossover Mitch made on Jokic and drove to the basket with the slam. Yeah, that is my play of the game right there. So yeah, big ooh pick to Mitch for that crossover and slam. My dude, the only thing that was missing was him bringing out the sham guy. That's the only thing that was missing.
Yeah.
For the crossover dribble to the basket for the slam. Yeah, that's good enough.
Yeah, the Mitch God is coming. It's coming. I'm waiting for him.
Yes, sir.
I'll take that block too. That the block when he blocked when he blocked Jokic at the 3-point line. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, man. Mitch, I hope you retire, Nick, man. I really do.
Facts.
Whew. All right, yo. I'm tired. I am tired. I am excited. Great game. That's it, right? You got nothing else?
Yeah, that's it. end the show so we can all get some rest and prepare for Friday's game against those damn Pistons.
Exactly. Friday night, Knicks Pistons. Is it another 7:00 game? These games have been freaking early.
Yeah, I think it's a 7:30 game. I think, but let me make sure. Is it 7 o'clock? 7:30? Oh, the Warriors just traded Jonathan Kuminga.
What? To who?
Yeah, they just traded Jonathan Kuminga and Buddy Hield to the Atlanta Hawks for Kristaps Porzingis.
What? Oh, what? Oh, shoot. They going for it.
Damn.
That means they're like, all right, screw it. We're out. They feel like they're out of the Giannis sweepstakes.
Yeah, and they pivoted.
And listen, man, it's a risk because, like I said before, Porzingis, that dude never healthy. Porzingis is a game changer when healthy. That when healthy caveat is legit though. But on the flip side, Kuminga coming to the Hawks, he has to be licking his chops to actually get a chance to play for a team and spread his wings. So they had a lot, man. The Hawks just got long and athletic everywhere.
Yeah, they got a lot of wings over there now.
Sheesh. A lot of switching defense over there with the Hawks, man. Woof. Woof. Okay.
Well, I mean, if KP can stay healthy, I mean, you got KP, you got Steph.
Mm-hmm.
Three's gonna be flying, so
I feel
they're
you.
already a team that takes a lot of threes to begin with. So
I feel you. Okay. All right. Oh, you know what? I got one more thing to say. One more thing to say before I close, because you know it is Black History Month. You already know. So because it's Black History Month, I've been doing my Black Facts for Black History Month because you know Trump over here trying to erase our history and stuff. So I just need to highlight certain things. I'm trying to do like Black history that's not super crazy well known. I'm gonna try to stay with that realm. And this one I think is interesting because this is a man named Charles F. Page, right? Now, why Charles F. Page is interesting is because the Wright brothers get the credit for inventing the airplane. But before the airplane, there was an airship that was patented years before the Wright brothers were credited for having the airplane. And it was patented by Charles F. Page, and he was a guy who was kind of just obsessed with learning how to fly. He was studying bugs and all this other type of stuff. And he developed the airship, but he got erased from the history books, just like a lot of Black inventors. And no one even talks about him. No one gives him credit for it. But I just wanted to shout him out on this program for even thinking of the concept, because when he even thought of the concept, no one was even thinking about flying when he was making patents, thinking about that concept of flying. So when you're hearing all these people talking about, we can't hire Black pilots because, they're Black and they're not qualified to fly, just think about, well, we were qualified to come up with the concept of flying. So we damn well are qualified to fly if we can be qualified to think of even the concept and develop the know-how to do that. So shout out to Charles F. Page, another Black history fact, one of the first guys who thought about the concept of flying deeply before the Wright brothers and erased from the history books. All right. Black facts. And I know too, I want to talk about a lot of the inventors and the things that we contribute to the society too. I might even do just freaking America, because there's Africans, there's the Moors who contribute to society. There's things that the Moors contributed to the society that people are using right now that they don't even know that Black excellence before the Americas was even invented created this type of thinking. So I'm excited to talk about these Black facts and African history. And Africans are all diaspora, American, Caribbean, African, everywhere. All right. right. All right, yo, that is our show. Thank you guys for watching. If you like that show, hit the like and subscribe. We have to have a game talking Knicks basketball. And it's Black History Month. If you didn't know, I'm blackity black, y'all, and I don't hide from it. And in the day where the world is trying to hide from shame minorities, I'm gonna lean into that. Screw it. All right. But that's the show. Thank you guys for watching. Ryan G, let me know where they can find you, sir.
You can find me on Twitter at RyanGKOT. You can also find me on Instagram at Sir G is Chillin'.
Sir G is chillin'.
That's SIR. G is CHILLIN.
All right. You can find us at the KOT Show on Twitter, the Knick of Time Show on Instagram, and the Knick of Time Show on Facebook as well. All right. All right. That is the show. 8 in a row. 8 in a row. 8 in a row. We are out of here. And as always,
shout out to Worldwide West. Everywhere we go, we leave a worldwide mess.
Mercer here. That's the show. We out of here.
Peace.
York, New York, big city of dreams. New York, big city of dreams.
NYC.